Thanks for joining us for National Focus. I'm Shaakira Pierre. Coming up, Hon Denise Charles has been sworn in as a parliamentarian and 2 bills to effect change for law enforcers. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Think water, think life. Water refreshes, restores, cleans, and enhances growth. Potable water is a benchmark for development. DOWASCO is serious about its mandate to ensure easy access to potable water island-wide and provide sewage services for a cleaner environment. DOWASCO is your water and sewage company.
Thanks for staying with us. Parliamentarians in Dominica have revealed that 2 bills passed on Monday with regard to money laundering and proceeds of crime will ensure that law enforcers experience fewer challenges when addressing incidents of illegal activities. The Money Laundering Prevention Amendment Act No. 8 of 2016 and the Proceeds of Crime Amendment Act of 2016 were passed on Monday, 27th June. Previously, money laundering would be categorized as hybrid or indictable offenses, making the activity difficult to prosecute. Honorable Attorney General Levi Peter explained that introducing the words criminal conduct widens the scope, making it easier for prosecutors. With the current act, once the activity has been identified as unlawful, it can suffice in court, therefore strengthening the arms of the Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU. Meanwhile, Honorable Minister for National Security, Raymond Blackmore, stated that the Proceeds of Crime Amendment Act of 2016 empowers customs officers and police to carry out their duties more effectively.
We create an environment whereby persons who may have criminal intentions can be dealt with. In a number of instances, these persons come to our natural or legal courts eventually. And if you were to come across somebody with cash that are recoverable, that in itself is important to help yourselves to solve a crime that may have been committed. So really and truly, one should not take lightly the need for those kind of simple amendments. Simple but very important amendments.
Honorable Blackmore explained that the Proceeds of Crime Amendment Act of 2016 enhances the Money Laundering Act, which states that a person entering the island must declare any funds in excess of 10,000 EC dollars.
If you were to give a false declaration yourself, that custom officer or the police officer can actually detain that cash and present it to a magistrate. The fact of the matter is, the other measure that will pass is also a very simple measure but very important, and it will actually strengthen the hands of the police officers, especially officers within the Financial Intelligence Unit. Because the fact is, you have what you call predicate offenses. For example, you may come across someone with unlawful cash, so to speak, but unless that person is convicted for that offense, okay, you cannot charge the person for the underlying money laundering offense, okay? So you may have somebody producing unlawful cash. That in itself, before, that person would have to have been convicted first before you could have proceeded to charge that person for money laundering.
The Honorable National Security Minister addressed the concern raised by the leader of the opposition about the FIU not doing its job.
One wonderful thing about the law in itself is the whole question of due process that have to be provided for. Now, Section 19, I think, of the Money Laundering Act places an obligation on a financial institution or a bank to report suspicious transaction to the FIU. So there are checks and balances within the system, but the system, the law in itself, is constructed in a way to obligate persons to report suspicious transaction. For example, if you do not have those checks and balances and something that allows for the process, Raven Blackmore can simply write to the FIU and say that John Brown is suspected of committing money laundering. See? So the law takes into account that if you are performing a scheduled business under a law, that you're obligated to report suspicious transactions to the FIU.
The Environmental Health Unit is working to tackle an issue which has been repeatedly plaguing Dominicans. In an effort to reduce the vulnerability of water drums to mosquito breeding, the EHU has embarked on a drum project. GIS News spoke with Senior Environmental Officer Sylvester Senville recently.
Over the past month, we've identified over 4,500 drums. And out of these 4,500 drums, over 700, almost 800 as a matter of fact, were found to be breeding mosquitoes. So this is a significant development in the fight against the mosquitoes. Not only just that, but for example, in 2006, we did a knowledge, attitude, and practice study where we found over 67% of households were collecting water in drums. Added to that, 91% of our population knew that mosquitoes, the Aedes aegypti, breed in water drums. So we identified that as a serious problem in the fight against the Aedes aegypti mosquito and the diseases which they transmit. And so we came up with a project funded by the Pan American Health Organization, where we are going to build some mosquito-proof drums.
The HU hopes these modified drum prototypes will be used as a model for all communities across Dominica.
These drums will be placed in each of the environmental health districts, so we have 13 health districts, and used as a prototype for the community to pattern their own water collection drums on these prototypes that we place in the district. The drum itself will be retrofitted in such a way that you do not have to remove the cover, because one of the issues associated with rainwater harvesting is the removal of the cover to collect the rainwater, to take the rainwater. So you do not have to remove the cover for getting the water. The drum itself will be elevated so that you could use a tap at the base of the drum, and a bucket could fit snugly underneath the tap so that you could collect the water. Now that would prevent the mosquitoes from getting into the drum to lay their eggs. And if, for example, they lay their eggs in the gutter rain and the water gets into the drum, the mosquitoes in the drum will not be allowed to get out of the drum. So that would probably contribute to the fight against the diseases that the Aedes aegypti mosquito have been known to be transmitting in Dominica.
Senville says this is all part of the government of Dominica's fight against the Aedes aegypti mosquito.
In May, for example, 80% of our household breeding of mosquitoes were in drums. Earlier on during the fight against the Zika virus, government spent a significant amount of money removing, through the national cleanup, removing breeding areas for mosquitoes, old fridges and stoves and household appliances. That contributed to a certain extent, but we need to continue the fight against the Zika virus. So this project is intended to contribute to the fight against the Aedes aegypti mosquito and subsequently the diseases that they transmit.
The EHU is using adulticides to prevent the further development of mosquito larvae. Senville divulged that this will be available to the public specifically for non-potable water. The Pan American Health Organization has contributed $10,000 towards this project to retrofit 13 drums as well as for the community education and mobilization. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
In the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips.
Is my passport ready for pickup? Good. It really works.
Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Welcome back. Newly elected representative for the Soufriere constituency, Denise Charles, was sworn in as a parliamentarian on Monday. She took her oath before the House.
I, Denise A. Charles, do solemnly affirm that I will faithfully bear true allegiance to the Commonwealth of Dominica according to law.
A series of congratulatory messages followed.
I believe her victory in large measure is as a result of the observations of the people of that constituency, the vast majority of them, that she is somebody who will have the best interests at heart always. And it is also a vote of confidence and a vote of appreciation and gratitude by the people of the Soufriere constituency.
I am strengthened as a woman, I feel elated as a woman, and I think collectively, Madam Speaker, as 6 women on the government side, we will definitely demonstrate our ability as women to be able to give good leadership to our people. It also speaks to our ability, Madam Speaker, to address the many concerns, not just of women. Denise will truly represent the people of the Soufriere constituency and will do her utmost.
I do hope that you being an additional female member, we will see more strengthening and amendments of acts and rights and bills that will serve the women and girls of this country. I thank you and congratulations again.
It has been an absolute pleasure working with Denise for this short period that brought about her presence in this house, Madam Speaker. And what I have known of her since I have known her, she has always been a very focused, dedicated, disciplined young lady. But her most important attribute, to my mind, is her ability to serve her people. And even before she entered into this profession formally, after having won the recent by-elections, Denise has been involved in the service of the people of the Soufriere constituency. And I believe that that probably is the most important ingredient for a successful politician, a life of service.
It shows that we are making strides to put women in parliament and to acknowledge that women have a very important role to play in a country, especially in a leadership role. Hearty congratulations to you, and I wish you all the best. And I have a feeling that you will live up to the expectations, no matter how high they have been, as I've heard said.
Honorable Denise Charles responded by giving thanks to God, members of Parliament and her constituents. She says a bright and prosperous future is ahead for her constituency. Honorable Parliamentary Representative for Roseau Central and Roseau North respectively, Joseph Isaac and Daniel Luge, also congratulated Honorable Charles. Millennium Development Goal number 3 calls for gender equality and the empowerment of women. Since 1995, the global average proportion of women in Parliament has nearly doubled to 22% in January 2015. Globally, women still occupy less than a quarter of the seats in Parliament, which translates to 1 woman for every 5 men. Honorable Denise Charles brings the number of females in the House of Parliament to 8. This means Dominica reports 25.8% gender parity in Parliament. 47 young men have been encouraged to shape the world to make it a better place. The St. Mary's Academy held its graduation ceremony under the theme Men Educated in Faith Preparing to Shape Our World at the Arok House of Culture on Friday. Honorable Minister for Education Peter Seja stated that government has placed emphasis on making access to tertiary education in Dominica easier.
The government has worked hard over the past years to make Dominica and the education system one that can give you the foundation that you need to positively shape your world. We continue to do so at the tertiary level, having created for you a system which is comparable or better than that which obtains in most of our sister islands. Currently, we provide 100% access to the Dominica State College and financial aid for families who have difficulties meeting the tuition fees. It is my hope, therefore, that you embrace the opportunities that are available to continue improving yourselves and working towards achieving your goals.
His Eminence Cardinal Kelvin Felix was the featured speaker. Cardinal Felix was the principal of the St. Mary's Academy from 1972 to 1975. He urged the young men to always have a good relationship with God.
Today's graduation, therefore, should mark a similar significant milestone in another respect, namely, in the call to be witnesses of our faith. No matter where you are heading, to college, to university, to work in the world, or wherever, one thing remains true about us throughout our lives, that as Christians we are all called upon to testify to Christ Jesus. While we do so, first and foremost in our families, at our homes, but our mission goes beyond that. In a world that needs to hear a message of hope and love that only the gospel can provide.
Kian Sorrendo was awarded valedictorian and Student of the Year. He told the graduating class that quitting is not an option and encouraged them to chase their dreams.
Quitting when there is an impediment in your path will get us nowhere. Getting what you really want is not easy. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary, said successful philanthropist and businessman Vidal Sasson. Aim high, but never settle for mediocrity or dishonesty. You may fail many times before you can reach your goals. Everything is not easy for everyone, like me and sports. But that should not daunt you. Find your niche. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Albert Einstein. Always remember, people in the wider world will not care if they trample all over your future, and very few will try to help you get back up. Take failure as an impetus to work harder. You will eventually reach your goals. Your future is yours to own.
Coming up next, Curl Highlights with McPherson St. Luce.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle créole. Non moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, ça fait on la travail à ces bagages infrastructure chimie qui prend place en constituency Roseau Sud autant important qu'on plaisir ces chimie ça là te bâti en longtemps. Parole ça là sur d'autres contracteurs qui travaille à ces projets monsieur Félix Thomas.
Chimie ça yo te chimie qui fait en longtemps avec nous pâté ouais c'est qualité la pli ça pâté au bagaille qui était à l'esprit yo les yo te ka fait ça. On patche colvert yo te mette, ces colvert ça te tout petit. So après ça yo ni pour tirer ces colvert ça avec mette pligo colvert. Avec l'autre bagaille nous passe à marcher, moun ka plewe ko travail à payer là, moun ka parler ko travail à payer là. Avec ça ka pour tirer on l'autre travail pour l'autre nom qui ka travail à construction. Comment ka de ça moi même pas ka travail à c'est miwai ça moi sur d'autres projets. Mais ça a hodi 30 noms j'ai employé à sous ces projets ça avec ça que trouvé qui gouvernement a fait gouvernement c'est à midi commence à mettre miwai là qui nécessaire pour pêcher ces qualités de travail ça a fait.
La nouvelle Parlement Dominique est en session pour débattre plusieurs morceaux de législation qui étaient pour recevoir amendment. Législation qui a concerné via l'agence sans que monnaie Londres tapé pouvoir ensemble et puis débat compagnie assurance British American et puis cliquant. Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt qui présentait législation compagnie assurance expliquait raison gouvernement mené amendement là. Idée ça qui servi comme framework légal pour pays Caraïbes qui affecte et puis débat British American et puis Bicom. En même temps, le Parlement a tous les deux côtés Parlement supporté bill là, même si il était une discussion. Il y a l'autre législation qui tape attention, c'est loi crime. Bill ça là aussi tape pouvoir. Le Parlement pour software, Honorable Denise Charles, aussi sémenté pour point l'office. Plaisir, membre Parlement complimenté Honorable Charles comme membre Parlement neuf. Parlement Dominique Femi, signé die. Et puis finalement, Registry Wozo a donné position au la Yuka One Service Légal. En il faut ça là, le département là, vous devez livre légal, c'est une organisation l'Angleterre qui fait donation là-bas. Parole ça là, sorti Registry Dominica, Mr. Ozzy Walsh.
Ces juges-là, moi, les monnaies pour travailler moins, avec ces avocats, avec mon public, tout le monde qui vient là, once nous avons facilité pour venir faire research là. So nous sommes contents pour matin avec nous avons fait cérémonie là, aller dans une belle place, ça c'est le library nous, il plus meilleur, il peut regarder plus belle, puis nous faisons pile travail là, le gouvernement bat nous $200,000, mais ça dit ça à quoi, mais $200,000 c'est parti l'argent, avec nous taper l'argent ça, avec nous transformer place ça, nous tenons pile bagay bois là, qui tenons livre sur yo, nous finissons avec ça. Actuellement, ça nous là, c'est bagay mécanisé pour tout livre, nous taper là, avec nous tenir déjà, nous tenons à bon shelf, avec là c'est air condition, so il peut préserver ces livres-là. So, je suis content, nous là aujourd'hui, je suis content pour recevoir ces livres-là, avec moi dit merci au pile pour Rosanne Charles, avec merci au pile, moi dit merci pour ces gens-là la lone qui voient ces livres-là, nous.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson, c'est Luce. Au revoir.
Even if you're hunched over in agony, taking to your bed will only make a bad back worse. The latest research shows that bed rest weakens back muscles and prolongs the suffering. That's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Shaakira Pierre. Thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.